Hello, everyone. My name is Meredith Bradshaw, and I'm a rising freshman at Skull High School. A couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity of going on Wilderness Trail for the second time. For those of you who don't know, Wilderness Trail is a backpacking ministry that is based out of Troutdale, Virginia. I was placed in a group along with 7 other youth, 1 adult, and a hiking staff from Wilderness Trail. In our 4 days of hiking, we completed a little over 28 miles. Going into the week, I was anxious as to what this week was going to hold. Being in the woods with a group that included teenage boys naturally made me a little nervous. But by the time we arrived in Virginia, all my worries were gone and I had nothing but excitement for the week to come. At the start of every week on Wilderness Trail, we share our burdens with one another and lay them down at the foot of the cross together. As I thought about the burdens I was carrying around and how they were keeping me from God, one of them stood out to me. This burden was the stress of always wanting to know my next step all the time. I shared this with my group, and we discussed how the pandemic made this stress even more real. Personally, I want to know the details of everything, and I always want to know exactly what is going to happen next. This past year has not been easy for any of us, and not only did I not know the plan, there wasn't a plan. So after praying over the many different burdens that were on our hearts, we worked as a group throughout the week to leave those burdens in God's hands and be present with one another in the short time we had together. When we arrived at camp after a rough 7 miles on our first day, I was sure that we had just completed part of what was going to be the adventure of a lifetime. Even while hiking up a super hard hill or trying not to cry because of how bad our feet hurt, we all kept a super positive attitude the whole week. We encouraged each other, we made jokes, we laughed constantly, and overall just really expressed God's love. When our week together came to an end, a couple of things really stuck with me. I realized that when we are away from technology and other distractions that we may have at home, we are completely different people. We are more aware of the beauty that surrounds us, we are more intentional in all that we do, and we are able to grow closer to God in ways we may not have realized. My time on trail also showed me that after the difficult year we have experienced, we needed this time with each other, time with no worries or stress, and time to grow closer to God. Lastly, something that I took away from this experience is that the person that I am on Wilderness Trail is who I want to be all the time. The ways that God has changed me through my time with this ministry have shaped who I am today. I know that myself, along with the rest of my hiking group, were different people when we arrived home in Waynesville, and to me there is something that can be learned from that. Thank you.